Good evening to all of you, and thank you for joining us on 13 Plus. I'm Mary Coleman. Hope you're having a great Friday evening so far. Well, a brand new cell phone burst into flames, and now a family is warning others about their close call with the faulty phone. Susan Campbell reports on that story tonight.
This was a new phone. It's destroyed now, but this family says they know it could have been a lot worse.
The battery is completely melted. That is the actual battery pack right there.
Gianni Delgado had this phone in his pocket just seconds before it caught on fire.
My pocket gets hot, and I take the phone out instantly, and next thing I know, a 3-foot flame comes out the back of the phone, and then I'm just watching it just explode right in front of my eyes and just be burnt up to a crisp.
The Motorola phone was brand new.
3 weeks ago, bought this phone.
Gianni's mom, Jennifer, got 3 of them, 2 for her kids and 1 for herself, when she switched her cell phone plan to Cricket Wireless.
They said there's nothing they can do. It's under a 12-month warranty, but there's nothing they can do. Okay, that didn't make any sense to me. So then we filed a claim with Motorola. It's a 6 to 8 week turnaround for them to respond. In the meantime, I can't get a phone for him.
Jennifer worries her son will miss important phone calls. But more than that, she worries about the what ifs.
I'm worried every day my kid is at school with her phone or me at work. I leave it on my desk all the time when I run errands through the office. What if my desk catches on fire? I want to protect the other consumers out there that are possibly buying this phone and possibly could have the same situation.
We reached out to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. The agency says lithium-ion batteries in cell phones are more sensitive to physical stress than alkaline batteries like you'd find in toys or flashlights. So they need to be treated with more care. So avoid dropping cell phones, especially onto hard surfaces. If you think you damaged your phone or battery, get it inspected. Here's another one. Don't put the phone near anything that gets really hot, like a cooking surface, iron, or radiator. And don't get your phone battery wet. Even if it dries out and appears to be operating normally, there could be corrosion happening on the inside that poses a safety hazard.
This part started to expand up like a popcorn bag, and then that's when the flames started shooting out.
Gianni says the flames from his phone lasted for just 15 seconds, while the fight for answers continues.
It's not that I want to make a trouble for the company. I just want them to make the product efficient and working and safe.
We reached out to Motorola. The company has not responded to our questions, but they confirmed to Jennifer they already received that phone, and we know their initial evaluation is expected to take 6 to 8 weeks. A spokesperson for Cricket told me they will also look into the issue, but reiterated they are a retailer, not the manufacturer. If something like this happens to you, report it to saferproducts.gov. I'm Susan Campbell.
And in our next story this evening, before business sees you, the company you've chosen to reach out to for a job usually sees those resumes that you post. Don Yee helping you make ends meet with timely expert insight that just may help you get that resume and application right to the top of those files.
For some, it may be hard to brag about yourself, but that is what your resume is for. If you want the job and you want to get paid, a good resume really isn't boasting. It's informing the company they would do much better with you on the team.
Your resume is a big piece because this speaks for yourself around your experience and background for you.
So much has changed in American workplaces. Are resumes still relevant? Do you really need one?
Yeah, it's a big key to get in the door.
Trevor Bogan of Top Employers Institute agrees the workplace may have changed, and resumes have changed some too. Most are given digitally now. What hasn't changed? You want to have a resume that represents the best of you.
The key is to find that job and really highlight the skills that you have that could really correlate with that job.
Something else that has changed over the last year. Using AI to generate your resume. ResumeBuilder.com reported out of more than 1,000 job seekers polled, nearly half reported using ChatGPT. Out of those chatbot users, 70% said they saw a higher response rate on their applications when they submitted an AI-generated resume, and 59% were hired. Depending on who you ask, it can be controversial. Bogan says it's only an aid, not the author.
It is a great resource and tool just to get a format, just to get an idea of what you want to write down in your resume and maybe how you want to have it scripted. So that way it's more enticing for recruiters or talent acquisition specialists to see your background and information more than others.
Tried and true steps to take for a great resume.
To keep it short and concise, about a page and a half, and keep, the information really relevant. No grammatical errors, really highlight accomplishments.
It's your time to brag about your knowledge, skills, abilities, and any wins you've brought to your present or past companies.
So they want to try some people that have some diversity with their background and experience.
In today's modern job search, Bogan says you need to get LinkedIn. Literally.
You also want to align your LinkedIn with your resume. So make sure that your background is all updated, information correct on your LinkedIn. Maybe get a really good professional photo on your LinkedIn as well.
And if you're lucky enough to make it this far,
practice what you're going to say. So in an interview, you want to really practice before you go to the interview. So talk about your skills, make sure they're effective.
No one knows you better than you. Prove what you're worth.
That person needs to be able to see you in that position, facilitating that role efficiently, and being a good culture fit for the organization and an asset to the organization as well.
Now, many organizations use what is called applicant tracking systems, which is a software that looks for keywords in your resume to identify applicants who meet the job requirements they have. An article from LinkedIn says up to 75% of qualified applicants are rejected by ATS programs and never seen by a real person. Knowing what the job is looking for and tailoring your resume for each job you apply for may take time, but it may get you top dollar in the job you're looking for. So look at that job description. It tells you about the position and the skills you need to get hired. Another resource we found are free ATS resume checkers. They claim to be very fast and aim to keep you from making mistakes before you send that important resume. Search ATS resume checker and you'll find dozens. But it's important to note, you'll need to do some research first to find the best one that works for you. Helping you make ends meet, I'm Dawn G.
We will leave you with a live look of the Tucson area from Mount Bigelow. Hope you're having a great evening, and we hope you will join us for 13 News Live at 10. Have a good night.